Hello everyone and welcome to the second season of the Jegs Race of Champions here in the NSDCA. On pole today is Zachary DeLello. Alongside him, Sebastian Kukulon. DeLello coming off of one of his first victories in his career at Atlanta earlier in the Crown World Truck Series season. Sebastian Kukulon back in this from his win last season in the JROC at Chicagoland. New this season is the fan vote car. It is the dark gray number 55, and every race the fans will vote a driver in to run that race who's not in the JROC. This race, it is Matthew Eves, very strong super speedway racer, two-time Talladega winner. The past 2 years he's driven at Talladega, he's won at them. Big contender. Alex Kraft this season back in because of his Watkins Glen win in the JROC last season. He starts fourth, not really an oval guy, but looking to be strong here at Daytona. In fifth, Kalen Nosler coming off of a win at Dover last season, but sixth, Jake Galloway, the Mountain Dew Custom Series champion for this season. He starts up front. Anderson Reed in the 04 starts seventh. Eighth is Jose Perez, the All-Star rookie. Brady Burkhart ninth, the runner-up to the title, and Matty Porta starts 10th. In 11th is the RBSTS champion, Daniel Elliott. He'll be sharing this with Cordell Smith. And beside him in 12th, Alex Benyako. 13th, Jay Jefferson. 14th is the 14 of Colton Lane. 15th is Austin Johnson. 16th, your champion Diego Yepes in the Crown World Truck Series. That was the champion driver. 16 drivers getting ready to go racing here at Daytona. Sure to be exciting. 25 laps at the Daytona International Speedway. Let's go down trackside for the commands to fire the engines in the second annual JROC.
Drivers, start your engines!
16 engines fire this time. Last season, it was only 14 drivers in the field, with the RBSTS champion making up the 14th car. This year, we expanded it to 14 full-time drivers, one RBSTS driver, and the fan vote. So, with the RBSTS driver and the fan vote car, multiple drivers will be running those. Cordell Smith and Daniel Elliott share the 0-0 for 3 races apiece. Whoever gets the most points at the end of the season between those two moves on to Atlanta and will race there. Matthew Eves starting off with 7 different drivers trying to win the title. This season, just like last season, it is the car, not the driver. Technically not the driver. For the 14 that are full-time, it is the driver. But the 55 and 0-0, they're trying to work with everyone that drives that car to beat the title, take it away from these 14 full-time drivers. Blake Maurice, Aiden Burkhart, both won races last season. Blake was the champion, neither of them coming back for the JROC this season. Coming down to take the green flag, 25 laps at Daytona. We're racing. The Jegs Race of Champions is live at the Daytona International Speedway. DeLello Kukulon lead us down the front straightaway. Eves drops back on the inside. 16 drivers going to rush into turn number 1. DeLello getting up to speed, but has already put a little bit of a gap over Matthew Eves. Eves looking to start this off right in that dark gray number 55. He's moving up into the second position, but you got Kalen Nosler. Anderson Reed, he is a former Valvoline 200 winner, and he has not won a race on a track smaller than 2 miles. He's looking for his second Daytona victory today, but many drivers in this fight. Again, the JROC does not count towards the NSDCA all-time wins list, all-time record for anything. This is a separate division entirely. Kalen Nosler with some momentum off the corner on the inside of DeLello. Eves working the middle line. Kukulon's actually going to bounce a little bit off of the outside line. Anderson Reed looking to the bottom of him, but top 2 now single file. Top 3 looking to single file it out. Eves tries to throw the door on Anderson Reed, and that he does, so the top 3 get single file. Now you got Reed, Burkhart on the inside, and there's that 0-0 further back, but 16 drivers still right close together here. Eves with a big jump down to the inside. 2 of 25 complete here at Daytona. As we come down the back straightaway, will be a 2 of 25 complete. Eves looking to the very bottom. You got Nosler and DeLello up front. Now Anderson Reed trying to lead that outside line charge. The outside line can mount a charge off of the corner if that inside line is not careful enough. But you see Eves goes up, blocks the momentum from the 04. So the top 3 now sit in single file with DeLello in the race lead. And the one big thing for Zachary DeLello, finally got that feel-good win at Atlanta. He was out of the chase early at Mosport in the Crown World Truck Series. He had a crash that basically took him out of contention for a title. Everyone thought he'd be fighting with Brady and Diego heading into Kansas. He was cut short very early, but at Atlanta, he got that first career win. He had one before, and it was at the Daytona dual race earlier that season for the Crown Royal Truck Series. He won his duel, and right now he's out in front, leading over Matthew Eves, Kalen Nosler. He's led the first few laps. Let's see if he can hold on the rest of the way, but it would still be a feel-good story to see Zachary DeLello take home the victory today in the JROC. Anderson Reed moving up to 4th. Now looking for 3rd. Reed finished 4th in the Mountain Dew Custom Series standings. He was fighting with Alex Benyako for those further back spots. But a driver who has won at Daytona in Evernham Motorsports Equipment, one of the biggest upsets in recent memory in the MDCS and CRTS. Reed up to 3rd right now, making some moves. We've got Brady Burkhardt further back. Haven't talked about him yet this race, and he was a major contender in the title. That amazing and climactic final race at Kansas. Brady had the race won, but his pit crew really screwed up. They went for fuel only, and a few laps later he came down pit road with an engine issue, and the 99 team championship was over after his best friend Brandon actually wrecked Diego Yepes. So it was interesting there. Jose Perez is going to bounce off of the wall. The driver last season that was in the bright orange car, that was Jacob Edson. Edson was allowed to come back to this race. He won Daytona last season, but Jose Perez now in the 35. Edson declined coming back as he is on his retirement tour. He was on his retirement tour at the end of the season, finished a top 10 at Kansas, coming home 6th. And now Jose Perez, the all-star rookie, a very strong driver, and he got his first career win at Kansas. But not a lot of people will remember that. They'll remember that race for the chaotic final few laps. But right now, Jose Perez, he sits in the 14th position. Zachary DeLello trying to stay strong up front, and he has a strong car, strong will in this. All these cars pretty much equal settings. They are allowed to tweak 1 or 2 things, but it is the drivers who tweak that, not the crew chiefs. Everything here, though, is spec bodies, spec chassis. Most of the cars are the same, so that's where you're going to see that it's more of the driver's skill than the car skill. And that's one thing that we've seen why Diego Yepes only has the 1 win in the JROC. He has not been that strong, but a lot of drivers saying that the Crown Royal Truck Series champion has been racing equipment and winning races because of his equipment. Now Yepes next season is signed with Shepherd Racing in the Crown Royal Truck Series. He wants to prove to everyone that it is not that DYI power in the number 77 that's giving him the race wins and giving him the title in the Crown Royal Truck Series. He wants to go out and show them all that he can even win in some underfunded equipment. So a great season there for Diego. 4 wins and a great career so far. Diego now seated in the 11th position, just behind this front pack, just buying his time. But Diego, one of the greats of the motorsport, he's still in this battle and will most likely always be in the JROC. Eves now on the back at DeLello. He's going to make the move into turn number 3. Can it stick? Can that inside line get the move on DeLello here? You got Galloway, Burkhardt on that inside trying to push him, and off of the corner they go. It's going to be a drag race. Eves on the inside of DeLello for the race lead. Coming on down, it is lap 8 of 25 here at the JROC race, the first of 7 races of this championship run. Now look who's up in 3rd. That's Daniel Elliott, now going to drop a spot to Jake Galloway, but Daniel Elliott in this 00 right up here in the front, doing very strong right now for the RBSTS guys. Cordell Smith will be in the car next time at Auto Club, but he's still fighting strong. DeLello trying to get that outside line momentum to shove him past again. Very strong outside line here today, but Matthew Eves fighting hard on the inside. Galloway, Brady Burkhardt, Anderson Reed all on the inside of him as well, but they come off the corner, and it looks like that outside line's going to push him forward. Daniel Elliott, Jay Jefferson, Caitlin Nosler, Diego Yepes all in that. A lot of drivers running on through here at Daytona early, but 9 laps in, DeLello's pretty much been dominating this race so far, but now you see Daniel Elliott in this 00 didn't have many opportunities early on in the season, but after he won the title in the RBSTS West Division, he got a lot of drives in the CRTS and MDCS for JRI. He's up here in second, looking for the race lead, trying to prove that he can do it with some of the drivers he'll be having to fight in the coming years of his career. He's up here in the second position. Jay Jefferson in that 21. He's up in fourth. Great run for him today. He started pretty far back and is moving on up. Top 6 now, single file as they rush off of the corner down the front straightaway. Kukulon now trying to fight with Diego Yepes. There's Kalen Nosler, Anderson Reed. You also got some contact between Jose Perez, and that's Alex Benyako in the pink car. Colton Lane, lucky that he did not get a piece of that, and that might kill off both of them. Alex Benyako is in the pink car, the final driver that got a seat in the JROC, as well as Colton Lane in the purple car. Going to take a few weeks, a few races to get used to some of these color schemes, but we'll do the best we can cycling through the field here at Daytona, showing you what every car is. Now DeLello real high. He's going to have to hope that that outside line sticks for him, as now it is Matthew Eves looking for the race lead. You got Galloway on the inside. Now Daniel Elliott, those two in a drag race. Jefferson shooting up the middle, and now they're starting to get a pack. The top, it looks like 12, maybe 13 have started to pull away. A couple drivers we haven't talked about yet. There's Matty Porta. He is in the dark green, number 20 for the JROC. And behind him, his teammate Austin Johnson in the very light blue, the pale blue, number 3. That is some other drivers that we have not talked about yet. Jay Jefferson shoots that 21 up to the lead, but you see the back 3. That's Lane, Benyako, and Perez. They were held up by Perez and Benyako getting together. They're going to try to gain to the front. But now Jay Jefferson, he's going to have his driver, the star driver for TSR this season, Jake Galloway. 4 wins in the Mountain Dew Custom Series. Beats Diego Yepes' previous record. Jefferson real slow on the bottom. He did not get off very well. Here comes Daniel Elliott, and the field is going to swallow Jefferson up. But Daniel Elliott to the race lead here at Daytona. 12 of 25 complete. You got Jay Jefferson up here. There's Kukulon back in that lighter purple compared to Colton Lane. We also got Kalen Nosler in the yellow. Brady's in the lighter green. Alex Kraft back in the number 36. He is in that orangish car, as well as Anderson Reed in the light blue. But now Daniel Elliott, the RBSTS guys did not win a race last season in the JROC. They were not very strong at all. And now Elliott out in front trying to put himself in victory lane, his first time at Daytona. Austin Johnson does not get much over there. Matty Porta is really shot to the front, but here comes Jake Galloway. If you remember, in the Valvoline 200 last season, it was him versus Jesse Turner in the closing laps, and coming out of 3 and 4, Galloway slid up the track, just pushed it too hard, got tight, and lost to Jesse by about a car length. He showed himself that he was going to be a major contender, and he was, winning the championship at the end of the season, as well as sweeping both races, Talladega and Kansas, the final 2 in the MDCS schedule. Perez now a little slower at the back, but Colton Lane and Alex Benyako starting to catch back up there. You see Yepes in that 77. Now Galloway looking to the inside. Can he hold on over Daniel Elliott? We're going to go to the helicopter cam here as they rush off of turn 4. The spacing between the drivers. Now Daniel Elliott trying to get a run with Jay Jefferson on the outside. Elliott leads that lap. We're coming around 14 of 25. Do not worry about the ticker on top. That is the CRTS colors. The new graphics package has not come in for the JROC yet. We're still waiting on that one. But the Daytona race was scheduled for today. We'll get it out today. Jake Galloway in the 48. Now on the inside, trying to get a momentum. Here comes DeLello back on the bottom. You got Brady Burkhart with Alex Kraft, Anderson Reed, 3x3 up front for 3 rows deep as they head through turn 3 and 4. DeLello on the inside, trying to make the momentum on Jake's stick. Now you got Brady and Kukulon almost making contact. DeLello up to the race lead. What a move there. Coming around, we got 11 to go, I should say, at Daytona. And these guys have been crazy, and now we're back 3 wide. Jose Perez pretty much out of this one. He's back there in 16th, very slow. His day pretty much over. You got Kukulon up here. Look at Alex Kraft. But DeLello now has Jake Galloway right on the back of him. Brady getting up there. Anderson Reed, a very strong super speedway racer. Do not count this 04 machine out as they go. You got Alex Kraft in this 36. He's not an oval guy. He's only ever won at Watkins Glen twice. Once in the JROC, once for his first career NSDCA win in the Sauber Racing Team number 7 at Watkins Glen earlier this season. Now Lane gets actually pushed out by Austin Johnson. Those two, if you remember, have history at Gateway earlier this season when pretty much Austin Johnson cost Colton Lane a big shot at the title when they got together. Now those two pushing on each other. Galloway and DeLello absolutely pulling away to a two-car tandem up front, but these guys are sure to show their displeasure and fight each other for these race victories. The JROC, it is a fun off-season thing, but it is still races to win, money to earn, and people to put down over here. DeLello, he does not have a win in the JROC yet. Jake Galloway, this is his first race. Jake trying to win in his first race in the JROC. But you got Sebastian Kukulon looking to put himself up there with the greats, looking for his second JROC win. He has not won in the NSDCA in his 4 years of competition, but this 12 team very strong in the JROC. They are all scattering up front. The top 5 single file. Alex Kraft, last season at Daytona, he was running at the back for most of the race. He got that win in Watkins Glen and actually threw himself into JROC title hunt. Right now, he sits in the 5th position as Burkhart and Kukulon fighting hard. But don't forget, it took 9 laps to dethrone DeLello from that race lead. He just has a setup. He has a very speedy car today, and he's up there in that race lead. But you got Kukulon, Burkhart, Nosler. They're all fighting behind him. Now you got Galloway and Kraft trying to get that momentum on the outside. Kukulon started to check up that inside line a little bit. Now Galloway back into second. Nosler's going to move Burkhart up the track. You got Anderson Reed in that 04 making some moves. But now 15 cars under a blanket. Down the front straightaway here at Daytona. Galloway looks for the move on DeLello. DeLello throws the block. That brings Kraft, Kukulon, Burkhart back into the mix. There's Diego Yepes in that 77. He's back in the pack, now starting to methodically work his way on up. He has help from Matthew Eves. Daniel Elliott has dropped to the back. Matty Porta very slow in that 20. Looks like he might lose the draft if he's not careful. Now Kukulon dives it to the inside, but Kraft and Galloway going to floor it off the corner. Here comes Alex Kraft looking for second. What a move by Kraft today, and he's up into the 2nd position. Could he be able to take his first oval win in the JROC? Anderson Reed gets a little higher trying to get around Jake Galloway. Nosler right behind him, but Kraft is up here. Brady Burkhart is up here. We're down to about 7 laps to go, just under 7 to go here at Daytona. Anderson Reed's now up in the battle. Kukulon, Daniel Elliott, Colton Lane's up here in that 14 on the back of that outside line. Jefferson, Eves, Benyako, a couple of guys starting to fall back further back. Benyako trying to pick lines. Now Daniel Elliott trying to move Kukulon out of the way as they head into the corner. But Zachary DeLello in the 57 enjoying what he's seeing, trying to hold on over Alex Kraft, Brady Burkhart, Kukulon, Galloway. They're all fighting for these final few spots in the closing laps of the JROC race. Coming down, it'll be 6 to go. Burkhart now looking to the inside of Kraft. He's going for that 2nd position, but Galloway, Reed, Nosler, they've lined up on the outside. Reed jumps down to the inside. What a move there by that 04 as he's going to try to get around Jake Galloway. The outside line has disappeared heading in through 1 and 2, and Reed will clear Jake Galloway. That moves him up into the 4th position. We're going to look out the back bumper of Zachary DeLello as he has to hold off an aggressive driver. Alex Kraft, one of the most aggressive on the road courses, but the oval's no different. Now he's looking for a move. You got Burkhart and Reed right behind him trying to mount a charge. Let's see what they do. Very close to hitting each other, those two are. And Kraft, Burkhart, Reed trying to work that inside line, trying to get around Zachary DeLello, and there goes Brady. Burkhart down to the inside. It's 5 to go at Daytona. Reed is up here inside the top inside the top 5. Kukulon is up here, but Zachary DeLello in this 57 has dominated this race. DeLello trying to win, trying to put this car in victory lane and start off a possible championship run in the JROC. Burkhart there, Sebastian Kukulon there. Look at the 00, Daniel Elliott, Colton Lane, Matty Porta, Jay Jefferson trying to line up further back. Jefferson real close to Lane there. But Burkhart now to the inside of Kraft. Kraft has help up top. Kukulon is just so poor on the inside through 3 and 4. He's trying to get up there and help him, but it's just a very slow car. Now Kraft on the outside. He's going to dive to the inside, looking for the race lead, coming around 4 laps to go. DeLello out in front. They're all trying to make some moves now. You saw Nosler jump to the inside. Now Reed and Galloway stuck on the outside. Got Kukulon up here. That outside line's starting to dissipate. You only got 4 on the outside. The rest of the field running that inside line, so not really helping them there. Burkhart into third, but Alex Kraft in the 36 is looking for this race lead. He just needs the momentum into 3, into 1. Just dive to the inside of DeLello and hope that someone goes with him to get him into the race lead. Now, Reed and Galloway trying to use that outside line. Nosler looks like a little checkup on the inside, but Kukulon really has not been showing speed in that 12 on the inside. He's been really checking up that inside line. Now, Anderson Reed back to 4th. He has the momentum. Burkhart jumps out of line to get rid of his momentum, goes back up. Now what will Reed do? Into turn number 1, they go single file. 3 to go. DeLello in the race lead, just hoping that these final 3 laps click by quickly because he wants to go ahead and take this win. Burkhart dives to the inside, but no one is going to go with him. Will Alex Kraft jump down and try to get with Brady? Brady's not going to be able to clear him. Reed now is going to try to slide back in behind. Not close enough, so Reed's going to be on the outside all by himself. But that outside line can work depending on what that inside line does. And here comes Reed. Burkhart, they kind of stacked it up, and Burkhart now drops to 4th. Reed up to 3rd. Now Jake Galloway making a move up on the inside here, on the outside here at Burkhart. That's a battle for the 4th spot. Anderson Reed now down to the inside for 2nd. A Daytona winner. He won the Valvoline 200, one of the biggest races in the Mountain Dew Custom Series schedule. He's up to 2nd, chasing DeLello in the closing laps. Can he do it? Next time by will be the white flag. Brady Burkhart in the 99, Nosler in the 17, Kukulon in the 12, Eves in the 55, Jefferson in the 21. They're working up to the inside, but Reed now pulls Kraft on the outside line behind DeLello, coming around to the white flag. Can these guys get around Zachary DeLello? They were able to before. They just got to do it again. The top 4 stay single file coming off of the corner. Go up and take that outside line draft. Here comes Reed. He's backing up away from DeLello. He's trying to put DeLello out on a pedestal, trying to get that momentum. Kraft, they took a bit of a line. Kraft dives to the inside. That's going to be for the 2nd spot. Now Reed and Burkhart on the outside. Nosler trying to get himself up in the mix. It is the white flag here at Daytona. Alex Kraft might be the one that has to go after Zachary DeLello, and he goes up and tries to pick up Reed. Reed down to the inside. He's saying he's not going to go with him, not going to push Kraft to the race victory. DeLello has one last turn to do it. Can he hold on the outside line, or on the inside? Can he just hold on and win this race? Kraft might get a run on the outside. He just has to block that. Coming off of turn number 4, Zachary DeLello on the inside. Kraft looks to the bottom. It's not going to be close enough. Zachary DeLello wins in the JROC. Perez nowhere near. DeLello, what a dominant performance by the 57. He really showed his momentum up front and showed that he can block lines. He won at Daytona before in a non-points paying event, the duel for the Crown Royal Truck Series, but today he is your race victor. Great run for DeLello, a fantastic race at the end. Alex Kraft, P2. He might be a contender this time around in the JROC, but Anderson Reed showing himself up front. Burkhart and Galloway also taking the top 5. Jose Perez a little slow at the back. Zachary DeLello wins the first JROC race of the season, and now with only 6 to go, the championship hunt gonna start brewing up already. Zachary DeLello finally gets it done at Daytona, wins his first JROC race, the first of the season, and will start on pole for Auto Club. We thank you guys for watching the JROC on the NSDCA. See you guys next time.